So Doinb's been gone for a while after some controversies surrounding his streaming platform, more specifically Douyu's CEO, who was arrested for running an online casino. If you know about this, skip to this time, I got more details. So we all know about giveaways. Big streamers do them in return for the viewer doing something for them, like subscribing to their channel. Please do, by the way. Please subscribe. Now on Douyu, viewers could get entry into the giveaways through a raffle ticket which was purchased. This is gambling, putting in money for the low chance of winning a bigger prize. Now gambling is illegal in China, and the CEO responsible for these raffles was arrested by the authorities. The streamers on Douyu that participated were also punished, ranging from hefty fines to jail time. But what of Doinb? Let's take a look at some screenshots. They're all from Chinese forums with relatively reputable sources, but just in case, I'm going to say that I have no way to confirm whether these claims are true. These are a screenshot of his businesses. See these yellow bars? It means that it was liquidated, gone, destroyed. He now only has one active business left. This one shows that his last login on Weibo was on the 25th of last year. This one sort of explains that he could probably come back to China through due process of their legal system, but it equates his behavior akin to that of idols, who use various methods to avoid paying tax. Hence, he might need to answer to these claims of tax evasion. The source claims that compared to what he apparently earns, he has ownership of too many assets. This screenshot claims that while he definitely had some money, at this point he had invested in too many assets to the point where it may be difficult for him to pay the fine. Lastly, let's take a look at his reason for why he left Korea.
不是不会，因为我现在人在老家，因为家里有人生病了，情况是比较严重的，在老家，所以昨天下播之后直接赶回来，兄弟们，忙了一天，然后现在才有空跟大家讲，有时间的话就会开播，反正是我头发都没洗，我等会儿要洗个头发。
Perhaps understandably, this stream was met with a lot of skepticism and cynicism from the Chinese fans who were kind of catching on to what was going on here, saying that his story was basically BS. And, you know, I can't really be the judge of that, but it probably is. Now, if we look on Doinb's page, there are some VODs up, but some were probably deleted to try to erase traces of his participation in the raffles. But obviously it wasn't that easy. On the 15th of November, he would reel on Twitter that he was heading to Seoul, Korea, with the caption, "See you in Seoul," again with that previous clip providing the reason. Now, while this is believable, considering he probably has relatives in Korea, the timing of the tweet is a bit odd. November 15th, a day before the Douyu boss was reportedly caught by authorities in China. Like, I'm not trying to say anything here, but let's just say he's really lucky to have had a family member sick a day before his streaming platform CEO was arrested. What I will say though, is that the last time anyone has seen Doinb in public was on November 19th, 2023 on Twitter, where he says that he was happy to eat with Gimgoon for the first time in a while. Notably, he wrote the tweet in Korean in comparison to his other tweets, which were written in English or just with emotes. A bit weird. And in case you're wondering, no, the Chinese authorities can't chase him. Legally anyway. He's a Korean sovereign, so it'd be very hard for the Chinese government to intervene in a legal way. So yeah, no one's heard from him in more than 3 months, and he's neither streaming nor playing pro. And I can only imagine what's going through his mind now, with what happened to him in China and his apparent family crisis. Until now. A somewhat reputable source in China made massive claims, including that the CEO has yet to be properly convicted for his crimes, and that the streamers will probably refrain from doing anything crazy while the situation still blows over. Here's the bombshell. He revealed that, quote-unquote, a certain massive streamer that ran back to his country made his wife go back to China first to see what would happen. And apparently she was immediately detained. But since she was not directly involved with Douyu, she was let go shortly after. Now it is worth mentioning that the source doesn't mention names, but like, come on. So yeah, safe to say that they're ready for him if he does decide to come back. Until then, the story's still developing.